Yeah, let's take a shot, baby. We got the babo cool.
This is dangerous, first of all. I don't advise taking shots of this.
No. Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Oh, nana. This food is looking mighty scrumptious.
I'm starting to feel the barbecue a little.
It's hitting, right? It's sneaky. All right, baby. So let's share with the people how we really started. We have a video that we shared how we met each other. A little bit about what it was like before we started dating. But before like the period where we actually started, like dating.
There was a whole journey before that.
There's a whole nother life that happened. It's crazy, right?
A whole nother life. So if you guys don't know, we're high school sweethearts. We met in high school. He asked me to be his girlfriend senior year of high school. I don't know why it took forever. I met him freshman year of high school.
We had to go on a journey, that's why.
It was a real rocky journey. I had to put in that work. I remember meeting him freshman year.
Okay.
I was never in any classes with him. And then don't look at me like that. And then I accidentally ended up in one of his music classes where we spent like 1 hour together. And I feel like we really hit it off. But when the class ended, we never exchanged contact information. But I was on a mission. Like I had to know who he was. I had to know more. I was really interested.
Damn,
I saw potential in him.
Sheesh.
It's weird though, because I was like really young. I was like, what, 13 years old? I don't know why. I was like, no, I was like 14.
When you're young, like the passion, the
fire.
like
I just felt it.
Strong.
I don't know. Like there was something about you.
Could have been my eyes.
No. No, I see your head getting bigger and bigger, but... So we didn't exchange contact information, and shortly after that, he was actually taken out of my music class. So I'm over here looking forward to seeing him. Like, I'm like, okay, we're gonna get to know each other, blah, blah, blah. And he's removed from my class and placed in a different class. So it was like, oh my gosh, like how will I ever speak to this boy? Because we don't even cross paths.
She was hunting me down, guys.
Literally. So there was a mutual friend that we had in that music class who gave me his AOL AIM contact information, and I just randomly hit him up, and that was like the start of our relationship, kind of. Yeah.
But it was so funny because although it was the start of our relationship, there wasn't necessarily a relationship there.
Yeah, like we weren't friends.
And I mean that to say like, yeah, we weren't friends or anything like that. Which is why like when she did actually hit me up on AIM, I thought she was an entirely different Fanta. We had 2 Fantas in our school, and I thought she was another Fanta. So
it's so hard going down memory lane because every time I hear this story, I get so upset. Like,
so when I'm on AOL, I think I'm talking to somebody else, and then it turns out
I must have not made an impression on him.
It was this special.
It's crazy.
But it was kind of cool, We went from talking over AIM to texting on our phones. This was when you only had back in the day, texting on a razor.
This was like 10 years.
You only had like 100 texts a day.
14 years ago. Oh my gosh, I remember.
I was spending all my texts.
I remember. I think I only had like a 50 or 75 text limit.
Yeah.
So it was like we could only talk and like
increments, pretty much.
Literally. It'd be like, I got 5 texts to send you today. So it was gonna be used in a very important.
Exactly.
So it'll be like, okay, class is over. Let's meet here. But how did we even get to like meeting up? We would stay up late at night.
Yeah.
Talking on AIM.
Flirting.
Yes, flirting. But I had to pull the flirt out of you because you were really trying to just friend zone me. Actually,
I was trying to friend zone you
for a very long time. Like
I was trying to friend zone you hard. Because in junior high school, my heart was broken. Many a time.
Oh yeah, you do tell me that sometimes, but
I have had a strong history of heartbreak, of friend zoning.
Now, how long have you guys been together?
About 6 months.
That's it. It's new. Oh, it's newish.
We're friends. We're just friends, but he wants it.
Can we talk about this not in front of everyone, Jesse?
So you had to go and do it to me?
Just pain. I was afraid to love, baby. I was afraid to love, guys. She's laughing at me. Laughing at me.
No.
but on the real, I was afraid to love, you know, not even afraid to love. I was afraid to fall in like, you know, I just wasn't really trying to do it. You know?
I mean, we're young too. It's like, I mean, I kind of was going hard a little bit, but I think it was like the first time in my life I got to a point where I felt like I could get to know someone, had a little bit of freedom, because I was a little bit older, a little bit more mature, because I've been sheltered my whole life. And I don't know, I think I really actually saw something in you. Like, it sounds dramatic, but I really feel like there was a feeling like I saw a future with you, which is weird. No, I didn't see a future with you. That's dramatic. Let me not say that because that sounds crazy now. But there was potential in you. And I think it was your demeanor and your energy, and I don't know, there was just something about you.
Guys,
I had to
like,
pursue it.
I'm telling you, it's my eyes.
Boy. I had to pursue it.
You can't resist.
I can't.
But I'm glad you did pursue. And in our conversations, our text conversations, Fanta, she was like calling me babe. She was calling
I was coming on.
calling me boo. I was like, yo, she's coming on
I was coming on strong.
And you know, I couldn't resist. You know, like
no, he was though. The reason why I was coming on so
after a while, I
came on reverse psychology.
Indeed.
I came on strong because he was friend zoning. This is a babaku. He was friend zoning me so hard that I felt like I had to make him feel like it was a possibility.
Yeah, well, she really manipulated me. You played mind games, babe?
I didn't play mind games. Did I play mind games to get you to marry me? No.
Nah.
All right, let's not talk.
No, we really hit it off while we were chatting, but at the same time, I wasn't ready for a relationship.
I mean, we were kids.
Yeah. So I literally asked Fanta to be friends with benefits. I texted her like, hey, do you want to be friends with benefits? Because I wasn't ready for a relationship, but
I was hoping for a relationship.
I was still hella interested in her.
What made you interested in me? Break
She
it down.
looked good. She was pretty.
Aww.
You know, there was still a lot to discover. She had nice boobs.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you asked. And she had my eye. You know, she had my eye. And that's why I wanted to be friends with benefits.
That's crazy. You didn't want to be my boyfriend, but you wanted to just...
And again, it goes back to me just not being ready for a relationship. And also just not being ready for a commitment. I mean, that was the reality for me. You know, and there's really no other way to put it.
It's weird too because I was interested in him, but I never knew how it would ever work out. The way my family was, it was super strict. I never really imagined myself having a boyfriend because that's not something I grew up with my family accepting. I'm first generation African and they're very strict. And I guess they just magically expect you to just be married when you reach a certain age, but they don't expect there to be a journey to get there. But in America, it's different. So I always knew, like, you know, this is the way people do. You know, they start dating, they have a boyfriend, girlfriend, and then, you know, they get to know each other and then it escalates to that level. So I never expected to have a boyfriend. So I think in a weird way, that's why I accepted being friends with benefits, because I never thought I would ever be someone who had a boyfriend.
And I think very similarly for me, because we were different cultures, different backgrounds, different religions.
First generation African and Muslim at that.
Yeah.
So very strict.
And I come from a Christian background, and from a Christian background, there's like ain't no way you get with a someone who's Muslim. In my mindset, it was pretty much like, why commit if this can't necessarily go anywhere anyway?
We were going through the same battles in a different way. So young. I think in a weird way, that's kind of what pulled us together. Yeah.
And honestly, when we started being friends with benefits, it was so exciting. A lot of fun. It was a thrill ride.
I'm like smiling just thinking about it. It was so much fun.
I don't know. There's something very alluring and very tantalizing around being
It's
sneaky.
so spontaneous. It's spontaneous too. It's kind of naughty. I don't know.
That's the word for it. Yeah, it's naughty. But granted, we weren't doing
anything crazy, guys.
Yeah.
First of all, remember, first generation African and Muslim, sex wasn't even in my vocabulary. Okay.
Remember, Haitian, Christian. Like,
no.
My mom would have been right there. She would have heard me.
They was watching over us. That's why we was like really tiptoeing, like treading very lightly. No.
Yeah.
When we say friends with, what do we mean when we say friends with benefits?
When we say friends with benefits, we were like sneaking around in the stairway, during class hours.
Okay, with our one text, it would be like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom now. Do you want to meet? And just so we can give each other a little kiss,
It would be a lot more than a little kiss. It was like full-blown makeout sessions.
No.
And I told you I'm gonna keep it real with them. Like I'm dying. It was like full-blown makeout sessions,
boy.
like, oh my goodness, Fanta, oh my goodness, Darwin, And
There was a lot of passion there.
yeah, there was a lot of passion, like you can't even play it, and that was great. But that was pretty much like the extent to it, just really,
getting to know each other physically, which then expanded. It was weird. You know what's weird? In high school, we never had any classes together. So literally the only time we ever got to spend with each other was in between classes or the little moments that we met and after school. We really just had to find glimpses of moments to like meet each other. We just chose that time to be like kind of physical. We did this for like a year and a half or so.
I would say so, yeah.
And then we started to, I guess, feel a little guilty.
Yeah, no, I definitely
felt
guilty about it. There came a point, like towards the end of junior year, maybe, where I would really have second thoughts about, whether we should continue being friends with benefits. And I think part of that guilt really felt like, I respected Fanta. I didn't want to in any way take advantage of her or her heart or her feelings.
Cause you were really like a nice guy, and
I wasn't.
An ass. Well,
yeah, I wasn't an asshole. I wasn't a boy or anything like that.
Yeah.
I actually cared.
I don't
about
really
her,
know what you was doing. Nah.
You do. I actually genuinely cared about her. There came a point where I was like, there came many points actually.
Same with me.
Where I was like, I don't think we should do this anymore. Be friends with benefits.
Yeah. Like for me, I was caught off guard when he initially asked me to be friends with benefits, but for me, I was so interested in him. I felt like that was the end. Like as a young girl, naive, never been loved before, just wanted to experience love for the first time. I was just like, yeah, why not? Let's explore this. Let's see. But I was always hoping that I would end up in a relationship. And then after it was going on for some time, and I was like, there's nothing changing.
Mm-hmm.
Like why am I not having a title? Like I'm not gonna stay in something with no title.
It's not going anywhere.
And like what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
We both realized that at some point, and we just decided we're not gonna do this anymore.
Yeah.
And we actually stopped.
Yeah, and that was like the end of junior year.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, but we still like kept in touch with each other, talking casually, texting.
I still always like notice you, I always thought about you.
Yeah.
We still texted. We just stopped messing around.
Exactly, yeah. And then come senior year, now we're back in school, so we're seeing a lot more of each other.
It wasn't even just senior year, we're seeing more of each other. It was the fact that we had never had any classes together.
Yeah. And that's what I mean.
So
like
happened.
Senior year, we're seeing more of each other because now we're back in school. We share the same classes. Like I think we shared like maybe 2 of the same classes.
Yeah.
We shared the same lunch period.
That's crazy.
So it was like, man, God was trying to put us together, low-key.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, why did they stop being friends with benefits?
Like, or maybe he was like, let's make them stop being friends with benefits so they could realize
that there's something more here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he put us back together, it was like, you guys are ready now.
Yeah.
And that was the start of a beautiful relationship.
It really is. And so now we started, like, we weren't friends with benefits at this point. Mm-hmm. Now we actually started really learning about each other.
Because before we didn't even...
From a real genuine level. Friendship standpoint, like getting to know who she is, what she likes, what she enjoys, about her family,
friends.
Some of the things that she's going through in her own life.
Yeah.
We became friends.
Yeah. Like really.
Yeah.
It was kind of backwards what we did. We knew each other physically, but like we spent all this time texting, but it would just be flirting before when we were friends with benefits. It wasn't really like, we did get to know each other a little bit, but it wasn't until we had those classes together that it changed, and we stopped and we cut off the physical, that we really got to know each other. And then of course we threw some physical back in there again. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
When that ended up happening. But we were just attracted to each other. Like, you wouldn't be attracted to someone you wouldn't date. I mean, You want to not be able to keep your hands off each other, but you still want to be able to have a deep conversation.
There was plenty of fuel for that fire. Yeah. And so, you know, come January, like after we spent a lot of time getting to know each other, at that point, you know, I was ready, you know, ready on various levels, ready to, I think, be in a relationship and ready to commit, see where it goes and not, you know,
mess around anymore.
Yeah, you know, like have some substance to whatever it is that we had going on.
The crazy thing about it was he asked me to be his girl in January of 2011, right? So it was weird because we had just did college applications and everything. This is when we weren't even like friends with benefits or like in a relationship or anything like that. This was just when we were just getting to know each other as friends and stuff like that. The crazy thing is he asked me to be his girlfriend in January knowing that we were gonna, I mean, I don't know if you thought about this, but we were literally gonna be going to college. So it could have been a relationship. I mean, we're in high school. We don't really think about that.
I think I actually asked you to be my girlfriend too because part of me decided to just stop thinking so much. You know, just stop overthinking.
Yeah, that's sweet. But the weird thing is that we were going to go to college and it was like, this could have been a relationship that just lasted for a couple of months and ended because we were going to go to schools and we didn't know what schools we were going to go to. We didn't even know what schools we applied to because we weren't like even talking to each other about where we were applying. And this is how you know God had a hand in this relationship. God had a hand in this relationship because why, when we got our acceptance letters, both of our top schools accepted us. Yep. We ended up choosing to go to the same college and the same summer program.
Yeah. We ended up choosing to go to the same college and
it had nothing to do with our relationship.
Nothing to do with it.
Because we didn't even know about our college journey when we got together, which was weird, just crazy. We just knew that this was the best school for us financially and education-wise, and we both ended up choosing the same school. And it's just like from there on, I mean, there's so much more. Like even in college, just the fact that we made it through college without breaking up, and it's just ridiculous. We've been together, never broken up. I mean, we've had a lot of hurdles along the way, but we really experienced life together. And we didn't know when we initially started talking to each other as friends with benefits that it was gonna blossom into this huge relationship that carried us through college, through young adulthood,
through grad school,
through
another degree,
through cancer,
man.
We're married. Oh my gosh, like,
and there's so much more coming along the way, which is really exciting. And so I'm glad that everything happened the way it did, you know?
I really could say it was meant to be.
I think so too.
So you don't regret that we started
Absolutely
as
not.
friends with benefits?
Being friends with benefits was so much fun. Why would I regret it?
All right, let me actually rephrase this.
Yeah.
So would you be upset if one of our future kids had a friend with benefits?
I think if one of our future kids had a friend with benefits, I would have to empower them to just let them know.
If they would even tell us.
I think they would tell us.
We're cool.
But we're going to, I mean, they're probably going to be looking at our videos on
That's
YouTube
true
anyway,
too.
so they're going to know.
I forgot, this is public knowledge now.
They're going to know we were once friends with benefits, and so, you know, just really having an open conversation. But I think it really comes down to being empowered and feeling like you can make those decisions and just being in control of your own sexuality, being able to make decisions, you know, just be smart, be cautious.
I think the interesting thing is that even though we were so young, I still feel like we were very mature. We were looking towards our future when we were talking to each other. Yeah. I think when I saw you in music class, I hate saying it, but I feel like I saw you as part of my future. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know if it's a thing that girls feel. I don't know if it's like a feeling that we have, but I just felt like I could see a future with him. And that's why I went so hard to pursue it. And I won. I won my trophy at the end. My king. It was worth it. Sometimes I feel a little guilt for the friends with benefits thing, but I think it comes from like how
we were
I was raised and
those early teachings.
Yeah. But I think it was all worth it. I mean, it was such a fun time in life, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But yeah, guys, let us know if you want to hear more about our past. We have so many stories.
So if you haven't already, make sure to like this video, drop a comment, let us know what you think. Subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Because we've got content coming every week. Non-stop, guys.
Yes, we do. And our life is pretty interesting. And this man is cancer-free.
Hey.
We're back to our shenanigans. It's lit. I mean, he still has chemo. But this summer is lit. It's over. We're back. We're back. This summer when chemo is done, it's over. There's no stopping us.
It's over.
We out in the streets. We outside. But yeah, stay tuned.